Hey, it's Arc 11 with an Animal Crossing New Horizons build of the sci-fi feudal Japanese Auresco Royal Palace and Saxum Gardens from Torna the Golden Country as part of my City Core and Xenoblade themed island. Auresco has unparalleled vibes and a beautiful Zen garden that makes up the majority of this build using my house. I don't have the code to share, but I found it by searching for Zen garden sand patterns, so it should still be easy to find for anyone that wants the sand part. Starting from the side street with the Maid Cafe and Sylvalum from previous videos, we cross this series of bridges to enter the feudal Japanese style area of Auresco. Due to lack of space, all I could include of Auresco is the palace, a side street, and this restaurant by the entrance that sparks the Tornan cook-off, one of the best quests ever. I used a vertical banner to capture some of the busyness of the area, even though that's not quite accurate to the actual location, and included a little loft above it. But the space limits kept me from including more of the markets. I did, however, base my Market Street build in an earlier video on that part of Auresco. Around the palace, I made a miniature version of the moat, again due to space, then used a combo of simple panels and sakura lamps to create the large castle gate. Again due to space limitations, I made the castle walls symmetrical when the gate should be on the right side. Pagodas were used as the watchtowers, with Zen fencing atop cliffs forming the walls around Saxum Garden. Inside the gardens, I placed a variety of plant items. My favorites are the pine and evergreen ash that are so amazingly detailed. You can tell Monolith worked on this game when you look at the detail of items. Put some garden lamps placed around that match pretty well to the ones seen in Torna. I tried to keep the plant and rock placements in line with where they are in Torna, but I can't have the exact amount since the build isn't big enough for that. There should be 4 central boulders, not just 2, then a few on the sides, but I could at least use the pine item base for extra rocks there. Carol walls lined the right side to resemble this covered area, then I threw in some bonsais to liven it. Unfortunately, not enough space to put a small bridge connecting to them. The only small bridge item is diagonal too instead of straight. If I had room, I probably could have used a pattern with fencing instead. For the castle itself, I used my house with pagodas to the sides for the towers and medieval wall items to add some backing behind it. I'm realizing now though that silos would probably fit better than pagodas, so I might replace that at some point. But I couldn't fit anything to make the iconic large central tower, as this already hits the end of my island. It would have been more accurate to have used some kind of taller lamp item for the pieces in front of the door, but I liked these little blossom lamps and didn't have anywhere else to use them on the island, so I went with this. To the left side, since it's a beach, I couldn't do too much with it and it's not connected to the palace build. But at the top, I just put a little thrown-together power plant based mildly on the Swede plant in More Ardain from main game Xenoblade 2. On my large rocky spot by the ocean, I made a viewing area for the sea. Then below that, just more sitting space and this fountain that I had nowhere else to put, but it looks cool. And here's the nighttime view of everything. If you want to see more of my Animal Crossing builds, including other recreations of locations from the Xenoblade games, take a look at the playlist linked on the left and subscribe for future build videos. And if you're just an Animal Crossing fan who hasn't played Xenoblade yet, go and do that. It's the same developers that made Animal Crossing as great as it is.